So let's see how it works. First, I log in quickly using Facebook, which simplifies the process and, as we'll see later, allows me to leverage my social graph as well. Once I log in, I see a simple home screen with two options, collect up top or find down below. So, suppose I'm walking around San Francisco and see a restaurant called Cafe Claude that I think looks interesting and I want to remember. If I don't jot it down somewhere, it will be gone. So I go into PuLLife and very quickly type in Cafe Claude in the collect box. If I wanted to add a tag with specific information to remember, such as good brunch spot, I could do that right here. But in this case, I don't know much about the entry, or I'm just feeling lazy, so I simply click one of the two source buttons on the right. In this case, I discovered the entry myself versus heard it through a friend. So I click on the Saw button, and now Cafe Claude is in my database for the future. Behind the curtain, the service is automatically able to figure out some relevant tags to attach to the entry. And here's how this looks. In the middle are the tags. As you can see, it's tagged as a restaurant in San Francisco that is somewhat spendy. This automatically tagged metadata is crucial to allow me to find and filter in the future, and is where current methods for recording this type of information break down. Most people simply don't take the time to add the data, which makes it impossible to be easily found in the future when it is needed most. If I don't like the automatic tags that have been added, I can X them out here, or again have the opportunity to add my own, right here. As more people add and edit the tags, the service becomes even smarter. And because I allowed access to my existing social graph, I can see down below that some of my friends have this same restaurant in their personal database of wants. Now, fast forward a week down the road when I want to figure out a good restaurant to go to for dinner. I click search and go to the find box and type restaurant. When I click go, all my entries with a restaurant tag associated to them show up on the left-hand side of the screen. Because my information is all stored in one place and shared, this is when things get really fun. On the right, it is an aggregated view of the top restaurants my friend have in their databases. For example, on the top, 15 friends have B4 on their list, and so forth on down. My personal list on the left is automatically curated based on intelligence gathered from other users. So, Jatan is first because the service went and looked at whether other users have the same entry in their database. The algorithm to generate this ranking can be tweaked according to personal preference. Looking at my current settings, up top, I have my friends. In the middle, people I've deemed to be experts in particular areas, and on the bottom, everyone using the service, all weighted equally. I could change that, but I'm going to keep it like that for now. Back to the results for restaurants, I can click on advanced search options to filter, up top here, further. In this case, it's filtered by city, neighborhood, restaurant already, and the price range. I could click to add additional filters here. Again, back to my list, another feature is that I can look at the restaurants specific friends have on their list. So if there's someone whose taste I particularly value in a certain area, I don't have to go ask them for recommendations. It's all right here at my fingertips. So I like my friend Alex Smith's taste in restaurants. So I click on my friends, type in Smith in the search box up top, and he pops up. The restaurants on his list here can inform my decision. But in this case, what's most important to me is finding a restaurant that is close by. Well, I can click at the bottom here to show the restaurants closest to my current location that are also on my list. So I can see that Jatan is not only on the top of my list, but it is also close to my current location. That's great. So I go and I can click on Jatan to call and get my name added to the wait list. Finally, I remember that 15 of my friends have B4 as a restaurant in San Francisco they want to go to. So I figure I'll add that to my list for the future, which I can do by simply dragging it over. So, as you can see, PuLLife lets you easily search and remember what you want, so you can pull the best out of life.